What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This is the top 4 of the Memphis League Cup, and in a surprising turn of events, me and Justin would actually both beat some of our hard matchups. I would take down the Garbodor deck, and Justin would take down the Alolan Ninetales deck. So, in top 4, we have Volcanion versus Golisopod. In the other top 4, we have Volcanion versus Golisopod. And so you have the same matchup. I think the only dex difference is between Scott and Ryan. Me and Justin are playing the same 60. Ryan has been over 2 games, so we decided to put myself versus Scott on to see what's going to happen. But yeah, it's just pretty crazy that both top 4 were Golisopod versus Volcanion, Golisopod versus Volcanion. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Can Scott take the win with his Golisopod deck, or will fire be too much for the Golisopod deck? So here we go, there's the handshake, and here we go, guys. Here is top 4, and I do start a Rangaroo. Alright, so Scott is going to take a mulligan, draw a card, and let's see, what does Scott have for us? He's got an Ultra Ball or some Rainbow Energies. I think he is playing the Garbodor variant. And like I said, we had Ryan on for the last 2 games playing his Golisopod deck, so might as well have a different Golisopod player on here. But it is nice to see Golisopod making the top 4 for both me and Justin. But see Scott discarding the DCE. And let's see what else he discards. He has a Rescue Stretcher, a Rainbow Energy, a Grass Energy, a Guzma, and some other stuff in his hand. It looks like he's going to discard the Rainbow Energy, so 2 injury cards being discarded here. Alright. Wants to keep the Rescue Stretcher. Maybe it's the only one of it in his deck. Okay. And let's see what he decides to get here. Maybe a Lele, use Wonder Tag, search for some Pokemon, get that bridged out turn 1. It's not a bad idea at all. So that's most likely what we'll see. And you see he is eyeballing that Bridget. And we're going to see the Lele come down, use the Wonder Tag, find the Bridget, search for 3 Pokemon. Imagine we'll probably see multiple Trubbish come down. In this matchup, you really don't want to use your Golisopods because they're weak to fire and they're going to get knocked out. We see double Trubbish. And let's see what else Scott decides to get here. And let's see what else. What's his third card going to be? And actually going to be a Tapu Fini. Scott does play a Tapu Fini in his deck, so maybe that would actually become a big deal in this matchup. It does have that Aqua Ring attack. I can't remember what this. I think Aqua Ring does 20, and you switch it with one of your bench Pokemon. I can't remember what the. I think it's Tapu Storm, if I remember correctly. Your opponent shuffles their active Pokemon, all cards attached to it, into their deck. It has 160 HP, if I remember correctly, or 170 HP. So yeah, we see Tapu Fini make an appearance. A card that I don't think we've ever seen on this channel. I know we've seen it in the Greninja. So Scott does have a Grass Energy. Going to attach to Wimpod, and we'll probably just see a pass onto my turn. Now, unfortunately, I did start with that Rangaroo, which is somebody you never want to start with. But we'll see what kind of hand I can get here. What can I do with this hand? So yeah, Tapu Fini GX, yeah, 170 HP, Aqua Ring 20, Tapu Storm needs a Water Energy. Aqua Ring is a single colorless attack, so he can use DCE, Grass, or Rainbow to attack with it if he wants to go that way. But we see Tapu Lele come down, and let's see what one card I decide to get with this Lele. Looks like I'm not going to grab anything, which might confuse some people. You know, you're going to Tapu Lele, not grab anything, but you're going to notice a Fighting Fury Belt and N. And the reason why I didn't grab anything is I had some really good cards in my hand. I didn't want a Sycamore, and I don't want to end and not hit a Pokemon and just automatically lose. So that's why I benched the Lele, failed the search, and just in. It's a very weird play, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I don't want to end and not hit a Pokemon, and then my Rangaroo just gets knocked out. So we have to make sure we're super careful, and that's why we failed to end. I remember that because I Lele and Scott was like, "What are you doing, Squeaky?" And I'm like, I don't really need a supporter card. I just need to see what's in my deck. So we're both going to get cut here. We're both going to get 6 new cards. But I can still see my deck with the Tapu Lele, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we get 6 new cards. And let's see, what do I find here? Let's see what cards we get. We get a Volcanion. Oh, there's the boys. The boys are showing up now. Let's see what else we got here. We got a Max Elixir in our hand. The only card we like to worry about is Garbodor. It does have that Trash Lunge attack, but they already see a Max Elixir. Good look at top 6 cards of our deck, and I see plenty of Fire Energies in my hand. Going to attach it to that, the Golden Volcanion. Alright, so Golden Volcanion gets a Fire Energy. Okay. Let's see what else we decided to do. Okay, we're going to put a energy to the Volcanion EX. We're going to struck for 1, put down a Turtonator, and we'll pass onto Scott's turn. So there we go. Pretty good turn. Lele turned it to a Bridget, essentially. But on to Scott's turn. Let's see what he does here. I have 2 cards in hand. He's got Acerola, Guzma, Floatstone. He actually doesn't really have anything in his hand. We see Floatstone going down to the Trubbish. Okay. He's got 2 Acerola, a Guzma, and 3 Choice Band, what it looks like. And we're going to see a pass from Scott. Wow. Alright, so my turn. I'm going to draw a card. We top deck a Floatstone. Go put down the Ringaroo. We're going to Sycamore, discard an Ultra Ball, get 7 new cards. Let's see what 7 cards we get. There's a Fire Energy, so we will be able to Volcanion Heat for the knockout here. The only thing we got to be kind of concerned about is that Tapu Storm attack. You can shuffle our Volcanion back into our deck and make it where we can't really attack next turn. So we'll see your treat into Volcanion. Volcanion Heat for 130. Ticket a knockout, going out of 5 prize cards. On to Scott's turn. Looks like he's going to draw a Floatstone. So his hand is now 3 Choice Bands, an Acerola, a Guzma, and a Floatstone. Oh my goodness. This does not look pretty for Scott. We see a Choice Band and going down to the Tapu Fini. We'll see a treat into the Trubbish. And we're going to see a pass onto my turn. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Scott right now. Alright, so let's see what else is going to happen. We see a switch into the Rangaroo. Okay. We'll see a Fire Energy attached to the Turtonator GX. We'll see a Fear Belt be attached as well. We'll see a Fear Belt be attached to the Volcanion EX. Let's see what else we got here. We got a Sycamore, discard a Volcanion in, and a Lily. That is a Full Art Lily. I know exactly what card that is. I did play 1 Full Art Lily. It looks really cool. And it's easy to find in your deck, too, as well. So I attach here, and then we start talking about it, and then we realized I already attached. I kind of see, you see me, we're here talking about it, and yeah, we almost messed up there. That's what we're talking about right now. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm silly, and forgot how to brain fart for a second, so I do apologize for that. I think at this time it's like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and that's what we're talking about right now. Yeah. It definitely was a second attachment. I do apologize. Scott's there to catch it. I definitely did almost do that, but I'm glad Scott was there. I definitely agreed with him too. I was like, oh crap, I definitely did double attach there. I apologize for that. I know, right? Cheater time, right? Witch hunt. No, just kidding. But we'll see Volcanion Heat for the knockout. Okay. So take a knockout, go down to 4 prize cards. On to Scott's turn, going to draw. He has a Guzma. Okay. Let's see. He has 2 Guzmas now in hand, an Acerola, 3 Choice Band, some other stuff. We'll see your treat into the Wimpod. It is just not looking good for Scott. I don't know what Scott can do here. He can Guzma here, but then the bad thing is that can retreat and then take a knockout. So we see a Guzma. Gonna bring us Tapu Fini up. Gonna send up our Ringaroo, Steam up, attach per turn, retreat, and take a knockout Volcanion Heat. Going down to 2 prize cards. It does exactly 170 HP, which knocks out his Tapu Fini. It did have a Choice Band on it, but now you top deck an Ultra Ball. So he can maybe Ultra Ball for like a Tapu Lele. Alright, so Ultra Ball, discarding an Acerola and a Floatstone. Okay, let's see what he decides to get here. But I mean, it's not looking good for Scott. He literally had nothing in his hand. I don't think it mattered what deck Scott was playing against. He was going to lose. There's a Garbodor he could put down. There's a Tapu Lele, which he definitely wants to grab. Maybe grab in the end, putting us down to 2. But, I mean, we got a Volcanion ready to go. We almost have a Turtonator ready to go. We have a bunch of, like, good cards ready to attack. There's an end coming down. We'll both get some new cards here. He's going to get 6. I'm going to get 2. We see a card be attached to the Lele. I like how that fly keeps messing with Scott. It keeps messing with Scott so much. It's so funny. But there's an end. I'm going to get 2. Scott's going to get 6. I mean, we can find like another Guzma maybe. That fly he is on the battlefield. He's on my Ringaroo now. That fly is just being a fly right now. Both going to shuffle up. Scott's going to get 6. I'm going to get 2. And, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Okay, so we'll get 2 cards. I mean, if we hit like a Guzma and a Fire Energy, we pretty much have the game. We see Scott finally get a Garbodor and Garbodor, a Trubbish. Okay. And that looks about it. He has a rescue stretcher, not really useful. He's got the Trubbish, you can put that down. So let's see the Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard 2 cards from his hand. Discards a Trubbish, okay. And looks like he'll discard the Garbodor. Oh no, the Ultra Ball, okay. So he discards the Ultra Ball. But what does he grab here? He can't attack with the Lele because he has no DC in hand. And he puts down the Golisopod. If he puts down Golisopod, that actually might be kind of bad because we have Guzma. We can just Guzma up for game. But regardless, it's looking pretty bad for Scott either way. So yeah, we see Golisopod going to his hand. I don't think there's no way he attacks here. Like, there's no way. I don't think he first impressions here. Well, we will see a first impression. Nope, here comes Golisopod, so we will see a first impression doing 150. There's Garbodor and Garbodor coming on, so we can't use Instruct. And we're going to see a first impression for 150 damage. Alright, so my turn. I'm going to draw a card. Going to Max Elixir. And there's a Fire Determinator. We can retreat and just attack with Turtonator to win the game. Alrighty, so retreat into the Turtonator, and we'll take the game. Alright, so there we go. That was an uneventful game 1, unfortunately, for Scott's side of the field. Like I said, I don't think it mattered what Scott was playing against. Like, he had a handful of nothing. It was literally just like Choice Band, Floatstone, and some other stuff. And it was just not pretty at all. But on to game number 2. Yeah, so what's going to happen is game number 2. Oh, I was messing with Scott because Scott said I had a Guzma in hand. And I said, no, I don't. I played the Max Elixir, but I did have Guzma in hand. And I was like, just kidding, I did have a Guzma the whole time. But I could have Guzma there either way. Guzma wouldn't have won me the game. I needed the Max Elixir. So that's why I showed Scott the Guzma, just to mess with him. But on to game number 2, we're going to see what happens. I mean, we really didn't see game number 1. That game was like maybe like 9 minutes, 10 minutes of playtime, if that. I mean, that was not really a game at all. Scott just really kind of just dead drew there. Just didn't do anything. But on to game number 2. Let's see if Scott can get a better start or not. That's the big question here. But you gotta think, just grass versus fire is just not, it's just not gonna look that pretty on paper. You know what I mean? Because grass is weak to. I mean, he does have the Tapu Fini, and he can use that Tapu. So what is his second attack? That's my real question. Let's see. What's Tapu Fini's second attack? Hydro Shot. Okay. Discard 2 water energy. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, 2 water energy Pokemon. This attack does 120 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness or resistance for bench Pokemon. I mean, he could Hydro Shot, maybe take a knockout, but it needs 3 energies and needs 2 water and a colorless. So, that's really not that good. So, we'll get 7 new cards. Let's see what happens here in game number 2, guys. We see Scott start with Trubbish. I did find a Pokemon. If Scott doesn't find another Pokemon, he's definitely going to be in a bad situation. But here we go, 6 prize cards for both players. And let's see what happens in game number 2. I start Baby Volcanion. That's exactly what you want to start with. That Fly is still here to party. And we see Scott top deck a Garbodor and Garbodor. Floatstone to the active. He's got it in. Alright, so we'll get here. We'll get 6 new cards. And let's see, what do we find? And yeah, so we'll see what 6 new cards we find here. I don't know, what we just need, like a Volcanion, some Fire Energies, some more Volcanions, Steam Ups, Knockout, Trubbish, whatever. That's all we really need here. But we'll see what the hands get for me and Scott. I mean, Scott realistically needs some more Trubbish, maybe. Maybe that Tapu Fini. Maybe a Wimpod. Like, he can maybe sneak some first impression attacks or something. But here we go. Get 6 new cards for both of us. Scott has a Heavy Ball, so he can search out a Wimpod. That way, he has a Tapu Lele as well if he wants to put that down. Definitely Heavy Ball for a Wimpod is not a bad idea at all. Just so you don't get dunked. Heavy Ball lets you search your deck for Pokemon with 3 retreat or more. And definitely the 3 retreat cost Pokemon is going to be Wimpod. It does have a 3 retreat cost. It does have that Wimp Out ability, but he's definitely just going to use it to, like, make sure his Trubbish doesn't get knocked out. So yeah, we'll see with Scott. I mean, he's definitely going to grab the Wimpod here. I guess the question is, will he put down the Tapu Lele or not? He does have the DC in hand, so he can, like, put down Wimpod, Lele for his supporter card, put a DC on his Lele, and just Energy Drive next turn if he wants to go that route. But Scott's going to see what's all in his deck, see what's prized, see what's all in there, and be good to go that way. Alright, so gonna search one more time. And yeah, just gonna grab Wimpod here. Alright, so Wimpod will come out to play. And like I said, he might put down the Lele, attach a DC to on it, and just like threaten a turn to Energy Drive, which is not bad at all. So yeah, we'll see the Wimpod come down. Does he put down the Lele or not? That's gonna be my question of the day. I think he does, if I remember correctly. Just to like I said, just get ready for an Energy Drive next turn, so he has an attacker the following turn if needed. So let's see, does he do it or not? He has Guzma, Sycamore already in hand, and looks like another N as well. So yeah, he's gonna energy. He's just gonna. You see him put it down like, yeah, sure, whatever. He's gonna grab it and I think this is actually a fine play. He wants to be able to like Energy Drive next turn so he can swing with his Lele if needed. He's gonna put a DC on it, and then retreat to Wimpod, I think, and just pass. So that way his Trubbish doesn't get knocked out. Yeah, the Wimpod is weak to fire, so he can easily be knocked out here. But on my turn, let's see what happens. So we have an N in hand. We got a Fighting Fear Belt. There's a hand stamp. Discard the DC off the bench. Lele, Fire Energy to the active. We see a Fighting Fear Belt to the active, so right now we're swinging for 30. There's a Lele, gonna use that Wonder Tag, and I imagine we're gonna grab a Sycamore here. We could go for that Lily, but I think, yeah, see, look at that Lily, is beautiful. Beautiful Lily, but not useful right now. It is our first turn, but I'd rather Sycamore and just get a bunch of new cards instead of having the 2 cards I think that are in my hand right now. I think that's what I end up deciding to do instead. So we see, I think I have a Max Elixir in hand as well, but I want to keep it in my deck. I guess maybe should have played the Max Elixir. We could have drew a little bit deeper and maybe hit a Pokemon. But I think we whiff a Volcanion here, which means we can't take a knockout. But we'll still be able to Power Heater for like 60. So no Ultra Ball, no Volcanion, nothing. And looks like we're just going to swing and whiff a knockout at Wimpod. Wimpod does have 70 HP, so 60 damage going to the Wimpod and onto Scott's turn. He does have an Ultra Ball. He's got an Ultra Ball, Guzma, and a Sycamore. I imagine he's going to Ultra Ball, maybe the Sycamore in a way to keep the Guzma for his deck. But we'll see what he decides to do here. So he's going to look at his discard pile, see what's all in there, see how many Guzmas in there. You got to think he plays like 4 Guzma probably, and like a couple Acerola and stuff like that. So he's going to discard the Guzma, and I imagine an N. And this is going to find him a Pokemon. I wonder which Pokemon he's going to go for. Maybe that Tapu Fini, and go that way, try to get like an Aqua Ring out, maybe something like that. Maybe go for Golisopod, and that way we can't Power Heater for knockout next turn. I don't know. Let's see what he's... Okay, go grab another Trubbish here. Okay, that's not a bad idea either. Trying to get multiple Garbodors ready to go. I think we only have like 2 or 3 in the discard pile item-wise, so really Garbodor's not going to do too much. And the good thing about this Volcanion deck is, yeah, it does play item cards, but you kind of just like don't have to play them sometimes, so that's really nice when you're playing the deck. Alright, so see Trubbish come down. We'll see a Sycamore discarding the end, getting 7 new cards. And let's see what Scott gets here. He's got a Rainbow, a Coco, a Floatstone, a Rainbow Energy, and an Ultra Ball, and a Acerola. So what Scott can do is, I don't know, like, Ultra Ball for Tapu Fini? He's got 3 Rainbows in hand. What is life right now? He can Floatstone the active, and maybe go for a Ultra Ball for a Garbodor, and start Trash Lanching. Alright, so see Ultra Ball. Let's see what he decides to get with the Ultra Ball. Does he go for the Tapu Fini, or does he go for the Garbodor? So let's see. Discards a Rainbow Energy and the Acerola. Okay. Well, let's see what he decides to get. Does he get the Tapu Fini, or does he get the... Okay, he is going to go for the Tapu Fini. Going to get ready for the Aqua Ring. It will do 40 damage. Because 20, the times 2 weakness is 40. Picking the card one more time. I think I was checking to see... how much damage the Aqua Ring did. I know it skipped. I just never knew how much damage it did. I never played against it, so I didn't know. So Fini coming down, taking out Rainbow Energy, going to take that 10 damage. And we'll see a Floatstone going to the active. And we will see a Aqua Ring for 40. I think is what we're going to see here. A Tapu Koko coming down. Okay. We'll see Aqua Ring for 40. Going to save the Tapu Koko and going to save his Wimpod from being knocked out. So Scott's slowly getting set up here. Okay. Oh no, my turn. We're going to Hand Hammer, discard the Rainbow Energy off that Tapu Fini. So now he got 2 Rainbow Energies off that turn. Flow still going to Tapu Lele. Okay. And I think I'm in another situation where I have a Max Elixir. We have a, oh my goodness, an Ultra Ball, 3 Max Elixirs, and a Fighting Fury Bell, and a, yeah, I think that's it. That's a whole hand. So we get 7 new cards. Can we find some Volcanions? Alright, there's a Turtonator. That's something. We see a Fighter G on a Turtonator. That's attachment for the turn. And there's a Baby Volcanion. I guess I'll put the Baby Volcanion down. Yeah, we need something to Power Heater too. You can see me trying to decide, do I want to put this down or not? It is kind of a liability to get Lice and Interrupt. But we will see a Power Heater for 20 damage and putting 2 energies on the field. So we're not really getting set up either. 30 damage, sorry, Fighting Fear Belt. Bonus Scott's turn. He finds a DCE. He's got a Rainbow Energy in hand as well. And I wonder which one he'll go for. Will he go for the Fini and Aqua Ring? Or will he Flying Flip everybody for 20? He only plays 4 Rainbow Energy. So he has to be really careful of these last 2 Rainbow Energy. He already has 2 in the discard pile. There's a DC going down to the Tapu Koko. Okay. So Tapu Koko getting the DCE. And I think you're going to see a Flying Flip. Everybody's going to take 20 damage. So yeah, so Flying Flip, you see Scott's hand kind of does a circle. So all my guys will take 20 damage. 20, 20, 20. And 20 to the Tapu Lele as well. So on to my turn. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. We're going to see attachment to the Turtonator. We're going to see Guzma bring up that Tapu Fini. It did have a Rainbow Energy attached to it. That's why it has that 10 damage. Turtonator does 160. And we're going to see Turtonator take a knockout, going out of 4 price cards. And, this guy right here is being funny. He was like, you know you have to discard your energies before you take your price cards. And I'm like, sorry, Scott. You can see us talking about it around. I'll go goof around with it. I was like, yes, Scott, sorry. I should have. I should have discarded energies first before I took my prize cards, because that could have changed what. I guess it could change what cards I discarded is what I was trying to say, which is being funny at this time. Me and Scott are both like best friends. Scott's one of the guys who actually got me into Pokemon in high school, so it's always fun to play against him. We see Choice Make going down top of Coco. We'll see the Coco come up. We'll see a Flying Flip. The Turtonator will take 30, going up to 50. What? No. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. It does 20 plus 30, so 50 plus the 20, 70. The Turtonator on the bench, or the Volcanion on the bench has 80. The other two have 40. Sorry, my brain wasn't working for a second. But on my turn, let's see what I decided to do here. I got a Super Rod, gonna put some Fire Energies back in my deck, okay. That's always really good. You need to reuse those Fire Energies, okay. But let's see here. I guess the one real way we could take a knockout is use Volcanion and go for a Steam Artillery. It does do 100 damage, which can knock out this Tapu Koko if we're lucky that way. Looks like we have a Flowstone on hand, so we can Flowstone the active. There's a Max Elixir. Gonna look at top 6 cards of my deck. And of course, we have plenty of Fire Energies. The deck does play 15 of them. And here I go taking a second to decide which one I want to attach to. And I think in the end, I make the correct play of attaching to the one that doesn't have the Fear Belt. That way we could put a Floatstone on later on if we need to retreat our Turtonator or Volcanion later on. So put the Fire Energy on the Volcanion. And plus I want to save them more damage if needed with the Fighting Free Ball one. The 30 HP, 30 damage might be a little bit different later on in the game, but we'll see a Flowstone going to the active. Okay, I think we have a Flowstone to switch. So there's a Flowstone going to the Volcanion, and I like this play a lot. So I'm going to Flowstone the active. Switch into the Tapu Lele. Actually, more I think about it, I should have put the Flowstone on the... No, I know what I did here. I Floatstone the Turtonator, switch into the Lele, just in case we hit a Max Elixir but not an Energy, we get Max Elixir to that bench Volcanion, and that's why I decided to do this. So yeah, that's the reason why I switched into the Flowstone and the Tapu Lele, and Flowstone or Turtonator. So it all makes sense in the end. Put Energy there, retreat. I guess we still could have put the Flowstone on the Turtonator, or the Volcanion, but we'll see a Steam Artillery for the knockout going out to 3 price cards. And yes, so let's see what Scott top decks here. He's got a Rainbow Energy in hand, and what's the other card in his hand? Looks like it's a another choice band. Yeah, so Scott has a choice band and a rainbow energy. Scott still doesn't have anything. Like, literally has nothing. We have a steam artillery, a Volcanion happening right now. It can pretty much take a knockout of whoever we want to. We'll see Scott retreat into the wind pod. Okay. Yeah, we'll see a pass into my turn. We'll see the rainbow energy be attached to the top of Lele, which is kind of scary because, oh, that's a choice band, sorry. So pass into my turn, let's just say if you attach the rainbow energy, it'd be really scary. But on my turn, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's not really a match here. It's kind of like just Scott just dead drawing both games. It's probably like the worst games of Pokemon I've seen from somebody, or worst luck I've seen. We do have a Fire Energy in hand. We can attach it to the Turtonator, I guess, and just get ready to take a knockout out with it. We got the Steam Artillery. It's gonna take a knockout for sure this turn. Yeah, I'm gonna put the Fire Energy on the Turtonator GX. I don't see why we don't. Yeah, put an energy there. And also, what we can do right now is just Power Heater, take a knockout. We don't have to Steam Artillery. There's no Fire Energies in Discard Pile. I think we literally said Power Heater, but there's no Fire Energies in Discard Pile because that's Super Ride that we played. Yeah, you see there's no energies in Discard Pile. So on Scott's turn, he top decks a Flowstone still. Nothing for Scott. This is a great way to play your top 4 match. Yep. So we'll see a retreat into the Trubbish. And if I have Guzma double energy, I win the game. So on my turn, draw a card. I have a Guzma in hand. I have Fire Energy. Do I have a second Fire Energy is a big question here. So let's see. Fire Energy to Turtonator. I don't think I have a second Fire Energy, or if I did, I would have already played it. So see a Steam Artillery for the knockout. And yeah, Scott's got one last turn. He's going to draw a card. And his hand is Flowstone, Rainbow, and a Choice Band. And that's pretty much all. Yeah, that's pretty much game there. I don't think Scott's played a supporter card since that Sycamore. Wow, that's pretty much the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And there we go. I showed Scott to do the Fire Energy. I can take a knockout that turn. And that was some of the worst luck I've ever seen from a Pokemon player. I mean, it's already a bad matchup for Scott, but then he dead draws like that. That is not good at all. But there you go, guys. We advanced to the finals of the Memphis League Cup. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see more Volcanion action here in a second. And I'll see, does Justin win or does Justin somehow lose to the Golisopod deck? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you in Sunday's video. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.